Good evening and welcome to the Channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Hundreds of thousands of homes in Jamaica are without power after Hurricane Beryl thundered along the island's southern coast. The Category 4 storm, one of the most powerful to ever hit the country, has brought more than 12 hours of heavy rain, prompting concerns about flash flooding. Winds of up to 130 miles per hour smashed into Jamaica's southern coast, causing untold damage to buildings and infrastructure. An island-wide curfew was extended, and while the hurricane warning has been cancelled, it has been replaced with a flash flood warning. It has left a trail of devastation across the Caribbean and caused the deaths of at least 7 people. Beryl has now weakened to a Category 3 storm and is rolling towards the Cayman Islands and southern Mexico.
There were significant storm surges. There have been reports of damage to buildings. In fact, the major international airport here in Kingston, we just reported a section of the roof has been damaged. The transport minister indicating that a plan will need to be put in place to ensure that the airport can open for passengers seamlessly. Obviously, the system would have come at us from the southeast, and so those parishes took the brunt of the battering this morning.
US President Joe Biden has admitted he screwed up in last week's debate against Donald Trump, but has vowed to fight on in the election race and moved to reassure key allies. He told a Wisconsin radio station he made a mistake with his stumbling performance, but urged voters to instead judge him on his time in the White House. On Wednesday, reports suggested he was weighing his future. He worked to calm senior Democrats, including state governors and campaign staff. The preacher who led an overcrowded gathering in India where more than 120 people were crushed to death has denied blame and pledged to cooperate with the police investigation. A lawyer for the self-styled guru known as Bole Baba says the crush occurred due to some antisocial elements. Bole Baba, whose real name is Narayan Sakar Vishwa Hari, will fully cooperate with his investigation, his lawyer said. Nearly all those killed were women and children who were attending the satsang, a Hindu religious festival in Hathras district. Millions of voters are casting their ballots in the UK's first July general election since 1945. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak cast his vote in North Yorkshire, while Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer voted in North London. The Liberal Democrats, Sir Ed Davey, visited a polling station in south-west London, and Green Party co-leader Carla Denyer voted in the west of England. Polling stations set up in buildings like local schools and community halls are open between 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. Around 46 million voters are eligible to vote, and the results will be declared through the night and into Friday morning. And you can catch myself and my colleague Juliana Olayinka tomorrow on Channel's Business Global for a special show where we'll be analysing the exit polls and providing insights and commentary about this much-hyped election. Senator Fatima Payman has resigned from Australia's ruling Labour Party days after voting against it to support a motion on Palestinian statehood. Labour has strict penalties for those who undermine its policy positions, and Ms Payman was already indefinitely suspended from the party's caucus after vowing to do it again. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said Ms Payman had thanked him for his leadership and denied allegations she had been intimidated into quitting.
The ongoing genocide in Gaza is a tragedy of unimaginable proportions. Unlike my colleagues, I know how it feels to be on the receiving end of injustice. My family did not flee from a war-torn country to come here as refugees, for me to remain silent when I see atrocities inflicted on innocent people. Witnessing our government's indifference to the greatest injustice of our times makes me question the direction the party is taking.
And footage has emerged of Europe's tallest active volcano spewing lava from one of its largest craters. Drone footage shows ash shooting out into the night sky, lava fountains and flows here capturing the intensifying volcanic activity. Mount Etna is located in Sicily and is one of the world's most active volcanoes. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel's studios in Lagos.